Voter, and I am popping in here on Tuesday evening as I promised because I have some ideas to show you from one of our celebration items. And tonight I'm going to be showing you the Counting Sheep stamp set and dies from Celebration. So I'm going to just make sure we're working, and then we will pop right over, and I'm not going to keep you long, but I'm going to show you a really fun idea that I have never done before, and I'm betting you haven't either. And there we go. So, okay. All right. So, wonder if you have it, if you have either the stamps or the dies or both. I would love to know if you have that. And also, maybe just give me a thumbs up if you have used it and are enjoying it. So let me flip over to the other screen and we will get started. Okay, so this is the stamp set that you can earn with a $50 purchase just till the end of this month. And this is the dies that go with it. And I'm missing a few because I'm using them, so they're not all here. But there's a flag and a balloon and a sun and 2 clouds. So it's a nice set of dies. And this also is free with a $50 purchase. So for a $100 purchase, you can get both of these. As far as I know, they're still available. So I'm going to show you a couple of ideas that I've cased from this. This is one I recently saw, and I still am not quite sure who did this, but I cased some of her idea. I just liked her choice of designer paper, and I'm not even sure she used the same, but it was sort of a peachy color, and I used Calypso Coral. This is from Sweet as a Peach designer paper, and then Calypso Coral in the background, and a little bit of smoky slate for accent. And I use my sponge brushes, or my blending brushes, to add that little bit of color in there. And this is our silver cord that comes with the silver and gold cord, and of course it comes as like a solid woven piece, and I just pulled it out and made it into several little pieces for that bow. Okay, so that's one. Here's one that we did a few weeks ago when I was playing with this set, and I may have shown this to my team or something, but I started out with Pacific Point and sponged on some Night of Navy here. And then I spattered with the Wink of Stella pen to get the shimmery splotches on there. And yeah, cased this. I thought that was cute, you know, to think of counting sheep, especially for somebody that might be sick or laid up or something like that. And then here's one that has lots of bright colors to it. This is some of our Hostess designer paper here. We've got some blues, some yellows, some Coastal Cabana in here, a little bit of Old Olive. So just a really nice combination of colors. And basically they're pulled from the designer paper, which is what I typically do. And then here's another birthday one. Uses some of the pattern paper that's free with Celebration. And I'm going to show you another one in a second that uses that. And I'm going to show you some more ideas tomorrow night probably with that paper. So this one, we just sponged it in Bermuda Bay to coordinate with the Bermuda Bay here in the balloons. Okay, and then this is one that I just did today. The layout comes from Meg Loven, and I love her stuff. So hey Meg, if you see this, I changed up the colors, but this is her triple fold designer paper card. And it is just a 5 1/4 by 12 inch piece of paper. It's scored at 4. I'm gonna have to look here, measure it really quick, because I sort of just folded it as I needed to. So it's scored at 4 and at 7 1/4 and then at 10 1/2. Okay, And it's a great way to show off both sides of your designer paper. And then I decided to use Night of Navy and So Saffron as my other two colors. So this paper is a gray. It's a gray look, but some of it looks black. So I was going to use a bright balloon, and then I decided to go with black just because. So I think it could be a good over-the-hill birthday card. But I want to show you how I did this look right here. I was playing with it for another card with my leaf set that I'm getting ready to send out my do my tutorials and send out my ideas and projects for my Stamps in the Mail class using the gorgeous leaf set. And so I pulled out this shimmer paste, and I'm really embarrassed to say that I don't think I ever used the shimmer. I've used the regular white, and I want to tell you the experience with the shimmer paste is amazing compared to the other paste. It's just stunningly easy to work with, and it's easy to clean up. I'm just thrilled with it. So I decided that this sheep needed to have some wool, and so I decided to put the shimmer paste on. So I'm going to show you how I did that. The rest is just dies from the set. This one is our tag dies, and it's a little shorter. I actually had to scoot it up and cut it at the end because I didn't want it quite as long as it was. So I did partial die cutting on that, and I'm not going to explain that to you tonight. But anyways, so this is how it looks when it opens, which I would just leave that piece shut. And yeah, so let me show you how to do that. Let me grab my stuff. Need a napkin or paper towel. I'm going to get some scrap paper just so I don't mess up everything. And then I have my sheep cut out. I also found that a pokey tool was nice to have, so I'm going to keep my take your pick tool handy. And I'm going to open my shimmer paste. Now, like I said, I've just opened it, so I don't know if it dries out faster or not. I've had it for, I don't know, it was back ordered, and that's why I still have it, because when it finally came, the class that I wanted it for was over. So it just sat here, and it's been sitting here for probably over a year, and it's still very, very like almost liquidy. It's almost like an icing, so very thin and easy to work with. All right, so what I did with this is I started at the bottom of the sheep, and I would just get a little bit at a time and just work it in, sort of smash it down so that the rounded tip of the spatula here helps to work it into the sheep's wool. And I have, if you saw my other one, I have a ton of this embossing paste on there. And and it dries really fast too. I just did it maybe an hour ago, and I think it's completely dry already. All right, now the smaller areas are a little hard on here. But what I found is, you see, I just got that on his hand, or his hoof, whatever you want to call it. And so I'm just going to bring my pokey tool in here, and I'm just going to work that away. So that I can again see my stamped image. And I'm doing this as I go because it, like I said, it does dry fast. And if I wait until I finish, it might be too dry to get off of here. Okay. And while I have this, I'm going to just bring some of this down in here and work in there around his lower leg. I should say his back leg, because sheep don't have lower legs, do they? They're all lower, huh? I just want to work that in there a little bit so that he's good and fluffy. Okay, now I do clean everything as I go. Like I said, I don't want it to dry on there. Let's get a little bit more. And we will come in here. And I would be thrilled if you leave a comment. Give me a thumbs up if you're on YouTube. And be sure and subscribe or like my page so that you don't miss the rest of the ideas I'm going to be sharing this week. I have so many. It's really hard to get everything done and to do lots of videos in a week, but I will tell you, I have so many things that I've been playing with and working on that I want to show you. And I will try to just post some pictures too. Hopefully you like the pictures that I posted after last night's event so that you could look at those ideas and copy them if you want to. Again, I'm going to be going over the edge a little bit because it's a tiny area up here. But that's okay because I can come in and scrape it off just because I know that it works. All right, that looks pretty good. Let me just come back in here. I don't want to cover up my lines because that's where you get the definition that it's a sheep. And let me just come around here. And I love that it's shimmery, so I already... He's fluffy and shiny. All right. So that is it, guys. I'm just going to close that back up so it doesn't dry out. And you can see my knife is clean. My take your pick tool is clean. It is so easy to clean up. And the first thing I used it on was our masks. And I scraped it off. I threw it in water and it washed off. I didn't have to scrub it or anything. It was fabulous. So I hope you like that little trick. And again, this is what he looks like when he's done. In fact, I'm going to flip over to my other screen here because I took a picture of it and I hope that maybe it would be a little closer up so that you could see what that looks like. I'll zoom it in just a little bit. It might be just a tad much, but hopefully you can see the dimension on the sheep. So that is it, guys. I thank you for joining me tonight. I hope you have a good night. And again, catch me tomorrow night around 8 o'clock. All right, take care.